Dude, it's getting cooked right now. Just let me tell you. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sooner or Later podcast. I'm your host, Joey, and for episode 147, we're talking Evil Dead Rise. Evil Dead Rise is directed by Lee Cronin, written by Lee Cronin, based on characters by Sam Raimi, cinematography by Dave Garbett, edited by Brian Shaw, music by Stephen McKeon. Production companies are New Line Cinema, Renaissance Pictures, Pacific Renaissance, Wild Atlantic Pictures, distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures, with release dates of March 15, 2023 at South by Southwest and April 21st, 2023 in the wider United States. Evil Dead Rise has a runtime of 97 minutes and a budget of $19 million, and it has, as of April 23rd, 2023, brought in a worldwide box office of $40.3 million. Evil Dead Rise is sitting at an 84% on the tomato meter with 153 reviews and an 80% audience score with 1,000 plus verified ratings. Metacritic is giving Evil Dead Rise a 68 with a user score of 6.9, and the Reddit r/movies. Oh, this is just spoiler discussion. Never mind. It's an 8. Oh, there you go. There's the poll. Is currently sitting at a median score of 8 with 614 votes. But the only people who opinions matter are ours, and you're getting 10 minutes of spoiler-free starting now. Man. You know, we were talking a couple weeks back about best franchises of all time, and we didn't show the best franchise of all time any love, which is Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Evil Dead doesn't fucking miss.
Hey, I'm gonna let you know right now, just based on this one movie, I'm trying to binge all those movies tonight.
Let me tell you, they are all this level of good, though none of them are this gory. This movie is sick. It is sick.
Really?
I saw articles that were like,
more gory.
No way.
I personally think so. Especially, I mean, this gets real gory in the third act, but I feel like the first one's gory early on.
No, there are body horror elements in the 2013 one that are, I think, pretty vile when you look at them, but this one is, I think, from the second act on, is pretty fucked. I mean, the 2013 one didn't make me gag. This movie made me gag. Like, there's a throw up scene where I gagged. I was like, I'm about to throw up. This is fucking me up right now. It was rough.
This one is also the least salty compared to the other ones, which is kind of nice.
Well, yeah, this one. So. Salty. I'm assuming you're talking about you're talking about the tree branches from the first and the 2013. So that in particular, Sam Raimi has talked about regretting putting that in the first movie because of how disgusting it is. And then I don't know why Fede Alvarez put it in the 2013 one, because it was equally as fucking disturbing in that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one is less sexually assaulty. And thank God for it, because those scenes in the first and fourth one are rough to watch. And
early.
This one got towards it, though. It worked.
It thought about it.
It thought about it, and then it was like, maybe we should be a little more tasteful. And I was like, dude, I sat back in the theater chair, and I was like, oh, thank fucking Christ.
So, like, this is my thing with Evil
Eric.
Dead.
Let me tell you, it's rough.
Like, this movie in particular, it's like, Evil Dead is Evil Dead. Like, this movie is not going to reinvent the wheel, but when the wheel works, the wheel works.
This is some Mighty Morphin Power Rangers level of follow the fucking template, and when you do, it makes a banger. Yeah. Oh, man. I mean, so I've seen all 5 of these movies now, with having seen the second, and fourth one the most, right? So at this point, I feel comfortable saying that Evil Dead is an anthology series, and all of them take place in the same universe. I don't care. Because in this TV series, apparently Ash talks about there being 3 different Necronomicons, which are the Books of the Dead. And this is now the 3rd time that we've seen a different Book of the Dead. So, lore-wise, I'm going to assume they all take place in the same universe.
I've never seen the show.
So James is right.
No, I was right. But it's just so good. And like they all follow the same exact rules. None of them break the rules at all. It's just so consistent. And it's so fresh having new directors doing it now because it's like, oh, this feels like the same universe, but it's just like some of these books be spawning some fucked up ass demons, dog. Some real disgusting demons.
I think the movie makes sense. I think the movie like does what Evil Dead movies are supposed to do. I just like it's just one of those weird things where it's like you get what you expect. But like sometimes you're like, and I should I knock it for it? No, but it's kind of just like, oh, I thought I was getting a little more of a spin on it than they gave me.
I mean, but this is a spin though, because the other ones took place in a cabin. This one takes place in the Raid Redemption style tower, a Dread style tower where they have to fight their way out of it, which is nice.
Without being too spoilery, they like still like dabble on it just to say like, hey, we dabbled on it.
Oh yeah, I
dabbled
agree.
on what?
Having it be in a cabin in the woods. I agree that it is also spoilery to talk about that, but I didn't mind it. I thought, oh cool, we saw some shit happen in a cabin in the woods. This is very Evil Dead already. And then it went to the apartment in New York City, and I was like, oh, this is pretty different from Evil Dead. I kind of like this.
That's the only thing where I'm like, oh, they. I get why they did it, but I just wanted full committal to like
one way or the other.
Yeah.
Because they could have cut that part out, and it would have been fine. Yeah. That might be the only filler part of this movie.
But I think that should be like, hey, it's Evil Dead cabin. You know, like it's synonymous with it.
Yeah.
Throw a shout out to the cabin.
So I don't think it's spoilers to say they shout out all 4 of the major plot points of an Evil Dead movie, other than the third one, because the third one takes place in ancient
space?
No, basically in space. He goes back in time. It's like medieval times when he does that one. But I think a modern Evil Dead, it needs to take place in the woods. That's like what it was before this. Doesn't take place in the woods. Someone reads from the book or plays a recording from a reading of the book. That does it here. Okay. There's a shotgun and there's a fucking chainsaw. There you go. Okay. That's it. That's the Evil Dead.
Those are the only
movie.
2 elements I knew of Evil Dead.
Yeah, the chainsaw. It's like it's a matter of not if, a matter of when.
When. Same thing with the boomstick, though. I feel like you got to have a boomstick, and this one was very tastefully done. I felt like it worked in the story to have the boomstick here, even though they're in New York. So that was a little weird.
California.
Are they in California?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean earthquake, so I assumed.
Oh, right, earthquake. I forgot about that.
But like, I think this one though might have, like, where this one lacks, I think, in
originality. Oh, okay.
I think the villain is like might be the best.
This I totally agree.
What's her name? Dude, because she banged it out of the park with this shit. Are you talking about the
villain overall, or are you talking about the first person to be turned into a deadite?
I would say the first person to come to the Deadite. Yeah,
oh, okay. I'm thinking. Well, it's all the same demon overall. I thought.
Sure. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
But I do think the character acting when they're turned is fantastic
from everyone. Even I think this. Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't want to get it too much into spoilers. Everyone who gets turned into a Deadite is real good at being a Deadite.
Spot on, dude. Holy shit.
I think it almost reminds me of, and maybe because she has the red hair, like a scary clown type thing.
She does give off. You know what made me think of that? She gets like blood on her mouth, and it comes up, and I'm like, she's the Joker, baby. That's the first thing I thought of.
From Vikings, but like, man, she's fantastic.
She's great.
Actress.
Yeah. Even before she gets turned into a Deadite, she's fantastic. And is the writing good? Does the writing have to be good in a horror movie? I guess is the better question.
I think there's not much to write. Like, what's there to write?
What is there to write?
It's very straightforward.
Into it is just action, like set pieces.
Right.
I don't know what theater you guys saw this in, but I saw this in Dolby, and they cranked that volume up to like 150%.
Yeah?
Bro.
Was it good?
This shit was banging.
I saw it in
It was so fucking good.
I saw it in a normal ass movie theater, and this movie had me scared for the first time in a long time. I was
But
sitting
it's
in
not
that
like
movie.
wow.
jump scary.
No, it was frightful.
Yeah.
I was legitimately scared for what was going to happen next. Cuz yeah, I wasn't ever worried that something was going to go boo at me.
I think there's like what 2 jump scares maybe.
Yeah, there's
and-
like
and
3 or
even
2.
then, I think it's done well. It's not like a cat that jumps into the window and you're like, ah,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I mean the tone of it is spooky.
Oh yeah, very spooky. This dude,
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the next horror movie this guy makes because this motherfucker hit.
What else has he done?
yeah.
Do we know?
Lee Cronin has done Wilbur and Anto, Through the Night. Oh, those are short films. Feature films, The Hole in the Ground, and Evil Dead Rise.
Right on.
A television series he did 50 States of Fright in 2020.
Cool.
That was the Quibi show.
And he only
okay.
did part 1 and part 2.
Yeah.
Right on. Okay.
All right.
Let's see where you go from here.
Yeah, it's all upward from here. And
Yeah.
we're going to give our thumbs up, thumbs down review of Evil Dead Rise. 1, 2, 3.
There's 2 thumbs
I'll
up
give
for
it
me,
2
man.
thumbs
I
up.
loved
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
The sound design.
And what you can do is you can give 1 pointer finger down into the subscribe button and 1 pinky finger down into the notification bell. And then you can take that pointer finger and you can stick it right up into that button in the top right. God damn it, Eric. Right up into that right hand corner.
I was turning it.
So that you can hear our spoiler full thoughts on Evil Dead Rise. We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Okay. We are in spoilers now. This movie is keeping. What's up? Oh, what's your thumbs up, thumbs down review on Evil Dead? You just know you got to come. Oh, I just want your hand. To
She's acting like she's never been on screen before.
Yeah, what the hell?
No, but I don't want her on screen. I just want the girl thumbs up.
Fair.
What's your rating? And I'll tell them.
I give it
Can you guys hear her?
an
Yeah,
Wait,
I mean,
no.
barely.
A little
Say
bit,
it,
'cause
say
she's
it
kinda
to me,
yelling,
just
it
a little
seems.
to me. Okay.
8 cats.
Okay, I like that. Okay, I'll make sure to do yours first because it's really good.
In the edit, make sure you put an arrow and it's like girl hand.
Girl hand, yeah. I'll make that the thumbnail is girl hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like those. Those are cute. I'm reviewing a movie.
Yeah, but I wanted to show
I like the sippy cups. They're cute.
it has like a
Oh, there's a little ball at the end of the sippy cup. Oh, it's kind of
it's
green.
a weighted straw is what they
Oh.
to help
Oh,
finish
What
them.
the hell?
Yeah, that's interesting. So this movie has kept so 2022 was the year of the horror movie. Some of the best horror movies of all time came out in 2022, and 2023 is keeping that fucking shit going, bro. This is 2022 part 2. This is
Electric
fire.
Boogaloo.
Yeah, for
No,
real.
like, that's my thing though. Like, I felt like when I watched this, it's like I just felt like I was watching an Evil Dead movie. Like at the end of the day, like it is what it is. Like I don't know what else they could have done. I think I was expecting something a little different because they did do a change of location, and we're in spoilers now.
Mm-hmm.
But like, there's it's one of those things where when it happened, when we see the twist of being like, oh, this is like we're seeing the end of the movie, like, you know, to start the movie more or less.
Yeah, so it opens in a cabin in the woods where we see a dude flying a drone. He's messing with a girl, and then the girl goes back to the cabin. Her friend is a deadite because she has died. She scalps her, which is
That was
fire.
crazy.
That shit was
Straight
When I saw
fire.
that, I was like, "Oh, this is how this is gonna go." Huh?
Oh
It
yeah,
went into
baby.
it. It was a hot start.
Yeah, and then she goes out. She grabs a drone out of the sky, shreds her fucking face with it. Her boyfriend jumps into the water and she tears him to shreds. And then she floats out of the sky to show Evil Dead Rise behind
Bro.
it. Fire.
That shit was so good, man.
Yeah, and then it
Yeah.
cuts to one day earlier. So now we're seeing the events that transpire before the time at the woods. So I don't think we needed to see that it ends up with the shit at the woods. You know?
I don't either. Like, I understand the whole concept of it, but then it's also like, okay,
Alex also didn't like that, but go ahead.
do the other Evil Deads, in a sense, not always start in the woods either? Like, is that what this is trying to say?
No,
Like, what's-
they always start in the woods because we always see somebody read from the Book of the Dead in a cabin in the woods.
But I'm
Other
saying in
than the third
universe
one.
now. Like,
Well,
in universe now, this one doesn't technically start
Right.
in the woods.
Yeah.
It technically starts in the apartment building.
Yes.
And I think it does open the door for, like, and they do other movies where people can't be like, oh, they always have to be in the woods. Because, like, this one, technically, even though the beginning of the movie was in the woods, the actual day before is the beginning timeline, and it started in the apartment building that led to the woods.
Right. Yeah,
Um,
I mean, I like it because, I mean, you can only see some teenagers getting torn up in the woods
Yeah,
so many
it's-
times.
The best
You don't want to
thing
box
about this
yourself
movie-
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what they did, like in a lot of cabin in the woods movies.
Mhm.
And I think the reason that helps this movie so much is in the 2013 one, it's like she's like a drug addict, so they're trying to help her. That's why they're not leaving or whatever.
Spoilers.
Like in this,
I'm kidding.
I mean, yeah. I mean, 10 years ago, but
I
yeah.
want to see
Yeah.
these, but yeah.
No, you would know that from the trailer if you ever saw it.
But like like that's why they're like going to the cabin. You find out that in the first like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, this one has the most in these type of movies of being like, hey, we have to stay because these people are our relatives. Like, there's more weight to it. Like,
Yeah.
when you see these movies where people stay for their friends and stuff that they met like 2 weeks ago or in college,
2
I'm like,
weeks
bro,
ago?
I'd be dipping, dude.
You know what? You're real fucking lucky, buddy, that you said something about only knowing them for 2 weeks. Because if you would have hard stopped at, I see these people staying here for these friends and that's it, I would have been crushed, bro. You'd have broken my fucking heart if you'd have done that shit to me.
But-
I would have been crushed. I would have been just
Dude,
fucking
if
crushed.
you're like crawling on the ceiling, I'm gone.
I mean, kill me. Don't let me live like that, though. Do your best to end my fucking life. I don't want to live like that.
All right, fair.
But I mean, they also set it up though so that they can't escape because of the stairs. I guess they don't know that yet.
Right, but I mean, there are all the reasons make sense. The minute that there's a fucking earthquake, yeah, I'm not surprised the cell tower went down. I'm not surprised that these stairs in this fucked up ass building
Yeah,
fell
they
over.
even said
yeah,
they said the
Being
shit's
condemned
fucking
tomorrow.
fucked.
yeah, that
Yeah.
it's getting crushed in a week or whatever. So like at least it like made sense and it didn't feel like, oh, the yawn, whatever. Like,
But,
yeah,
like-
sure, your shit doesn't
Yeah.
work.
This movie is one central location because they try to like spend as little money as possible. So like I tend to not like movies set in one central location because a lot of times it doesn't make sense for them to stay in one central location. Like this movie does a very good job establishing why they are stuck here.
Yeah.
And also too, it's like it's outside of like the son being an absolute idiot. Like
Dumbass,
everything
bro.
makes sense.
Dumbass.
Yeah.
But not to spoil it for Eric, but in every single Evil Dead movie, the third one's an outlier because it really strays away from the formula.
The formula?
But like in the other four, bro, it's the exact same shit. It is one. This isn't racial, but it's one dumb white boy who feels the need to read the fuck out of that book, and that's it. And he reads it, and then chaos ensues. And it's like, bro, leave the fucking
Yeah.
book closed. Just
But, like-
close the book.
Are there any people of color in these movies?
The fourth one, there is one person of color.
Well, like it's such a trope in horror cabin movies that it's just like if you go into a movie and you don't expect that, you're like,
Yeah.
you know, you just have like that's just what it is.
Yeah.
You just take it as is, yeah, like you
yeah,
said.
yeah.
It's like, oh, this movie's gonna have a final girl. Like, yeah.
Or there's no like plot essentially, right? Oh, he never picked up the book. Oh, he just went upstairs and like did some vinyl and that's it.
Yeah, but it would have been cool to have like a meth addict pick up the book and read from it. And it's like he's just reading perfect like ancient demonic language and shit.
I thought
eating
the
this
way
shit
they
up.
went about doing it with the DJ set was cool, though.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah.
Like in seeing the speaker like push in and out crazy
Dude, that
when
shit
he
was
was
so
reading it.
loud, dude.
Oh, I'm sure in Dolby it blew your back out.
Yeah, I watched it regular, so like I
Yeah.
didn't get like crazy loud. I mean, that scene was still loud though in general.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Really quick, I wanna touch on this. Apparently, Where the hell am I reading this? Whatever. Oh, Bruce Campbell makes a cameo role. He is one of the priests in 1923 telling the dude who's reading the book, don't do that. And he's the one who yells, "It's called the Book of the Dead for a reason." So I don't know if you guys remember that or not, but that's Bruce Campbell.
I remember that, yeah.
Bruce Campbell, by the way, Eric, is Ash Williams.
He's not the singer, right?
No. Wait, what?
That's Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah. Who are you talking about? Bruce Campbell is the main actor from the first 3 Evil Dead movies and
Oh, okay.
Ash versus the Evil Dead.
He's Sam Raimi's boy.
He is Sam
Yeah, I
Raimi's
just looked him
fucking
up.
boy.
He's old boy in Mom, where he punched himself in the face after Doctor Strange.
Yeah, he's that guy from Doctor Strange.
Okay.
So writer-director Cronin stated that he had Campbell voice this role intentionally, stating that he considers it to be a time-displaced Ash Williams. So according to the director, that is Ash Williams back in time, trying to stop that Book of the Dead being read aloud.
Oh, so this is like why 3 is out of place. Like in a sense, Ash is like going through time trying to stop this event, but it always happens.
Maybe. No, but 3 doesn't. 3 is even further back in time. 3
Yeah, but I'm saying like in a sense now with this and that movie, it's almost like Ash is like supposed to try to stop this and just can't.
Yeah, or he's like just a time-traveling Deadite cop. And he
Yeah.
just travels back to random points in
Oh,
time when they
shit.
read the book or whatever.
Not Deadeye Cop 3.
Dude, I'll take it. Fuck
That
it. That
sounds
sounds
cool.
dope. Yeah. More possessed people,
Hey, that's
please.
trademark. That's trademark. Yes, it's sooner or later trademark that.
Yeah,
As soon as
we
we
got-
publish this video, yeah.
Yeah, it's there.
Man, what more can we talk about? I'm gonna be real with you guys. I didn't dislike anything in this movie. I'm gonna have no answer for that. I thought this movie was an almost perfect horror movie.
I really didn't like the fact that they did the cabin thing because it was just unnecessary.
Well, yeah, but I can overlook that.
I feel like you guys are talking a lot about the cabin, but I guess you did say it is one of the core themes of.
Yeah, it's like a tenet of Evil Dead movies almost.
Yeah.
Where it's like
I would
shit happening
understand
in
that.
in the cabin. Right. Yeah, it didn't seem out of place to you, I would imagine. It just was like a moment where it's like, do we need this? I don't think we need
I think
this.
it's like do the cabin or don't. Not be like,
Yeah.
oh hey, we still mention the cabin. Like, because I was
But
cool
I
with them
think-
not being in the cabin at all. Like
I
no
think-
cabin elements.
Die-hard fans probably liked the cabin though. I mean, I don't know. I haven't read it online.
I
And,
haven't.
like,
I haven't read no reviews on it. I don't know how people are feeling about that aspect of it.
Yeah.
I think people are generally like positive on the movie.
Let me look up cabin in this Reddit discussion.
Okay. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. But like, even then, it didn't even take me out of the movie much, because then I was like, how are we getting here? How are we gonna get to here?
I
was
the whole
kind of
time I
in
was
it.
like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah. Well, and then it made me think back to, we were talking in the group chat that we have, and James was like, this might be a prequel. And I was like, there's no fucking way it's going to be a prequel. And then I saw that and I was like, it's a prequel kind of?
Like it's just I don't know, like something about it, like, and it's not, but like
Yeah.
I don't know, like you could, if you told me that this is the first one in the universe, and now like, but also it's like obviously time is not gonna work that way, but it's like this is how the book got to the cabin, like I'd be like,
But-
oh,
The book didn't even get to the cabin, which is kind of weird. Because that
That's
would have
true.
been cool if it was
Maybe
like,
it
this
flew
is
out the
how
window.
this book got to the cabin. Did it even... I thought it was still in the...
Yeah, it's still in the room.
Yeah. So like...
But you know how it's flipping pages, dude? It could fucking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a Harry Potter book. Fly
Yeah.
out of the bitch.
so how like her friends picked her up, like she drove.
No, she
Dead-eyed?
drove dead-eyed. Yeah.
That's a little crazy.
Well,
That's
no,
silly.
there are moments, if we're assuming, which I am, that this takes place in the same universe as the 2013 movie. There is a time. Eric, take your headphones off. Take your headphones off, Eric.
Alright.
I don't want to.
I've
be
seen the
supposed to be-
movie, so I'm
I
with
know,
you.
yeah.
I'm with you.
So there is a moment where Mia isn't full deadite, right? So like, there is an in-between time depending on, I'm assuming, how strong the demonic force is and how willed the possessed
So
is.
if she's like in my head canon,
Okay.
she drives. Her friend lives close by. She's in the car. She starts getting sick. so they just lay her down. They
Oh
drive
yeah,
to the
they only
woods.
got one car. You're right. Yeah. Okay, that works. Eric, put your headphones back on. Put your headphones back on. Okay. Honestly, we didn't even really spoil much from 2013, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But
Either way, yeah, it's fine.
That could have worked. That she drove to pick up her friend, started feeling a little icky, and then her friend drove the rest of the way because they only had one car. So yeah, that works. But yeah, that's kind of wild that she didn't go pick up. Maybe she did go pick up that book. We didn't really see. We just saw that she got
Yeah, who knows?
dead-eyed by 3 different.
That is true.
Forces.
Once she's got it, just that's it.
Yeah, and we didn't.
Get it?
Go ahead, Eric.
I was okay. This guy mentioned I like the cabin, as a nod to the other films, but I don't think it was necessary.
Which is what I'm saying, though. James is like, fuck
Yeah.
it all together. Throw that cabin in the trash.
Yeah, like I personally think it's like unnecessary to the point where you needed to just take it out. Joey's like it's unnecessary, but like I can vibe with it.
Mostly because it's like 6 minutes.
It's not enough. Yeah, it's not enough
Yeah.
to like.
Yeah.
But
It doesn't make the movie bad.
But 6 minutes of an hour and 30-minute film is kind of a lot. That's a big
This movie
chunk
is now
of that movie.
90. This movie now goes from 90 something minutes to like 45 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, basically.
Yeah, people are just saying that they more or less swapped out a cabin for an apartment building.
But I don't even think so. Cabin's different. I think it hits different. Certain things
Yeah, it has
hit
a whole
different.
other element.
Yeah. Because, I mean, when old girl gets caught, I forgot we were in spoilers. When old girl gets caught up in the fucking elevator, dog, and it breaks her legs and shit, I'm like, oh my God, a tree couldn't do this.
You also can't do the cool hallway scene in a cabin.
Bro, that hallway scene was when she bit old boy's eye out crazy like that. Oh my
Dude.
God.
Dude, when old boy gets straight choked up with the eyeball, I was like, bro,
Yeah.
get out of here.
Or when that little kid got both of his fucking arms ripped off in one swow foop. Oh man, I was
What
like,
did
oh.
she do to the old man? Like, I couldn't really see because it was like your peephole. Did she just like slice his chest?
I think she cut his throat.
Oh, you saw his guts though.
Oh no, yeah,
Like-
yeah. She
Because he's like
gutted
laying
him.
on the floor, right?
She gutted him like a pig. Like all of his
Yeah.
entrails were out and shit like that.
Okay.
It's some
She
bullshit.
was
It's some
intense.
bullshit.
I mean, it was some crazy stuff, dude. When the shotty came out and then started blowing arms off, though, I was like, dang. The
Dude,
mind
that
tricks,
shit was
too, are
crazy.
a cool element. Like, because, like, the Deadites are always saying some wicked stuff. So, like,
I mean, it's almost some Exorcist level of shit.
Yeah,
For sure, for sure.
It makes
is-
sense.
It's some real your mother sucks cock in hell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get us demonetized crazy this episode.
I mean, when that new movie comes out, we're going to watch it.
I'm here for it. I want to see all the moms sucking cock in hell. You know what I'm saying?
That's one heck of a scene, dude. One heck of a scene.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Oh man, go watch the Exorcist review we did. That movie
I
was
think
crazy.
actually people are saying that they like the opening, and then they liked that the whole spirit/drone fake out.
I hated that. Fuck that. I thought
Oh, you didn't like the-
I thought that was mid as fuck. So
Yeah, I
that
also didn't like it.
that POV shot is what a
Yeah.
deadite sees before, or is what a demon sees before it possesses somebody. So that is from
Yeah.
all the way back in the original movie. That's like the POV of a demon. So like
Mm-hmm.
when it ended up being a drone, I was like, ew, ick. Give me a deadite
I
or go
mean-
fuck yourself. You know what I'm saying?
But
Since I don't know the universe, I was like, oh, this is a dumbass drone shot. I hate this shit.
I think it's another thing where they're like, hey, we're trying to spice it up a little bit. But I feel like anytime they try to spice it up a little bit, it was kind of just like, okay, I see you try to do something different, but then they don't just, there's like, okay, now back to traditional,
Yeah, now
You know?
back to the same old shit you guys know. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like spicing it up in the bedroom, but all you're doing is like sticking a thumb in my butt and not asking. It's not
Yeah.
it's not spicing it up for me because I didn't
Yeah.
know it was coming. And then when we ended up going back to missionary, I was okay. I was right back in it. I was back to my same old moves. Wait.
yeah.
But yeah, stuff like that, it was a real shot in the dark and it either worked or it didn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, because like when the daughter becomes a deadite and she starts eating a fucking wine glass,
I didn't know what
Hey,
to
that scene, that
expect.
next scene was crazy, though.
yeah. Oh man, it's so
like,
good.
almost-
This shit looks
Uh-huh.
so good when they
It was
initially started
good.
coming out of her
Yeah.
nose and out of her eyes.
Oh, you're
I was
talking
like,
about the
bro.
goop?
Yeah,
James
I
was
like,
talking about
I
the
love
glass.
this.
I'm
Which
talking about
also
the
looked
glass when
good.
she swallows it, her throat expands, it gets a little red and pokes out, and then
Yeah.
it goes back in. I was like, hey, that looks good.
Yeah, that I mean, both instances of CGI though looked fantastic. Cause that when the goop started coming out of her eyes, I was like, how the fuck are they doing that? They got a little pump
I
on the
didn't know
inside of her
we
eyes.
No, dude.
Yeah. What else? There was another bit where I was like, damn, this looks really fucking good. I
I
think
mean, the hallway stuff though, I really liked where it's like where she's even talking to like she's the young daughter, how she's manipulating her, like and the voice changes and the inflections, like it was just good acting.
yeah.
And like her, I'm assuming just all like makeup and prosthetics or whatever. Like her face though, like and the eyes look crazy.
Yeah, the dead-eyed eyes are always look good on camera. That like all yellow shit is fire.
Yeah.
But I think even the scene, because it's kind of overdone in any horror movie too, but like the scene where the mom comes out through the vent and the sister is listening to the recordings, and then she shows up in the window. Ooh, I was like, oh, girl, you gotta get the fuck out of there. You can't be here no more.
Like,
And she's getting to the good parts of the recording too, so she's like in it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
well, there's just like certain things when you watch horror movies, you have to just accept for fact. Like,
Yeah.
because it's like, why would she? And also, I guess in her character, I guess in a sense, isn't like a good mother figure. But it's like,
That's
why
not
are you
true.
letting
She
these
can
people
lie to
just
kids. What are you talking
You're
about
right.
the main mom?
the sister?
Okay.
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
aunt.
Yeah.
Aunt Beth.
But it's like, bro, you need to all be in one room. Like, why are these kids wandering around the house still?
So I thought that also at first, but then I thought about it of she doesn't know what listening to the recording is going to do to her. And so they know that they have the mom sequestered and they have the daughter the daughter Bridget tied up.
She's tied up. Yeah.
So the way that I thought about it after was that she was like, I don't know what this is going to do to me. You guys got to be out here. I'll lock myself in here and I'll listen to it. And if I'm good, I'll come out. If I'm bad, hopefully I don't know how to use locks anymore. That's just the way that I kind of did my gymnastics to be like, this makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I,
can
think that was
see
too
that.
far off. I thought that was the intent.
Shit, but you don't know.
Yeah. I think it's always weird in these movies where it's like anytime anybody splits up when there's like demons running around, I'm like, you might want to stay together.
Yeah, but what's staying together going to do when you're fighting a demon? That thing's going to overpower you no matter what.
3v1 now, 1v1.
Yeah, but that just means that we're just all going to get fucked at once. At least if we
Yeah.
split up, you guys have a chance if I get caught, Because I'm getting caught. There's no way I'm not dying in a horror movie. I'm fucked.
I'm not going back for the little girl. I'm gone.
Oh, see, that's
Damn.
fucked up. That's her niece.
Savage.
I mean, that's her
Got a whole
adopted
baby
daughter.
in the oven, dude.
Yeah,
She
but
good.
that baby, you saw the mom's nails go into her tummy. That
Yeah, she was
that
like,
might be a
fucking-
deadeye baby.
Bad
I was
energy,
thinking the
bad
same
vibes.
Yeah,
thing. I
bad-
was too. 2 souls?
Two souls. Yeah, bitch. What do you mean you didn't know I was pregnant? Come on.
I mean, yeah, like the demon didn't know, but like the mom knew, like already because
Yeah.
she said, "Hey, I need you to help me take care of this." Like, dang, the 5th one this year.
So apparently, this was supposed to be an HBO Max only streaming
heard
only
that.
release.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
It just tested so well that they decided to put it in theaters because the budget was so low.
Where
But yeah,
the-
this is supposed to be streaming.
Where the fuck were these big brain motherfuckers when Prey was coming out? This
For real, though.
this was almost Preyed.
Different studio.
No shit, dude. Sometimes WB knows what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah,
Cause
dude.
yeah, they would have lost out on so much money.
I couldn't
mean,
imagine, man.
this at home would have been bullshit comparatively.
You've been on your phone the whole time.
Oh,
Shit.
dude, I would have been on my phone for sure. Cause you know what?
Dude,
I
I've
was
been watching it in my tablet in the bathroom.
Yeah, come on, I'm right here because that's where I watch stuff too. Is on the tablet. Yeah, I just couldn't. They would have left so much money on the table. Like in the first weekend, this made double its budget.
I know
That's
people are now
kinda
talking
crazy.
about being like, "Hey, that TV show was pretty good. Let's bring it back."
Oh, Ash versus the Evil Dead.
Yeah,
I mean, Nick said he liked it a lot.
it was on like
What's that
Stars.
on?
I think that's what hurt it.
Stars to Showtime.
One of the two.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up. Because
I don't got it either way.
I gotta figure out where to put my pirate patch on. You know what I'm saying? My
Yeah,
live patch.
I think the seas.
But yeah, I mean, I heard it was good. I was really excited for it, and then never watched it. It was on Stars. I would have
That's
never
why.
watched it. And they set it up for
Yeah.
failure. Put that shit on HBO Max, you fucking lunatics. What the fuck are you
I mean,
doing?
but that's who like had it. But like, if they, that's the thing though. HBO Max should have like, I don't know who like. I'm assuming they own it now because they own this. Like, but who knows?
WB owns it for sure.
Like, if they needed to put that on there and then seen how it did, and then they should have like been like, oh, but it didn't matter because it did so well already. But
Yeah.
now you get the show, you put it on there and see how it does. And if it streams well,
Yeah.
you revive it.
I think it also depends, though, what Bruce Campbell wants to do.
Those are also more comedic though. Like these aren't this like this
So-
isn't as comedic.
I'm
It's had
glad-
its moments though.
I'm glad you brought that up because the difference between the 2013 Evil Dead and this movie is the same difference between The Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2. So, like in The Evil Dead, it's more straight horror elements, and the reason that it's a little funny is because it's basically a B movie. Like he made that with like 10 grand. You know, like that's
Makes
how
sense.
cheap that movie was. And so in Evil Dead 2, it's still horror elements, but like in this movie where there's little elements of humor sprinkled throughout. So it's like kind of funny, but also kind of dark. And like there's still deadites running around killing people or whatever. Like I kind of liked seeing that because Evil Dead 2013 is real just fucking dark and grim
see,
and horror
That's,
movie.
that's why I like it. I still personally prefer 2013 because I like how it's just straight to the point. Like it is a gory horror mess. Like and this one this is a better film in the franchise because it has more elements that what makes Evil Dead good. But I like how that one is they went for it. They were like, hey, this is gonna be messed up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I need to watch them back to back to see which one I like more because I think this one has recency bias for it. But like Evil Dead 2013, I love that movie. I think that
Yeah.
movie is like almost perfect.
I could literally
it's so
see
good.
like even when Eric watch them both and be like they're both just equally good. Like they're both good for
Yeah.
different reasons. But like
Yeah.
I think that's like Evil Dead. Like that's all it is. It's like
It's
yeah,
like a John Wick 1, John Wick 4 situation, you know?
I mean, it's
Yeah.
more like a John Wick 2, John Wick 4 situation.
I
but
did.
yeah.
You say John Wick 2.
You know, that's neither here nor there. I actually
no,
watched...
it's like a John Wick 1, 3, 4, and then 2 is just perfect.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, Evil Dead 2, some people regard as the best Evil Dead movie, so that actually kind of works out.
Yeah.
Really quick aside, I saw a video essay about why John Wick 3 is the best John Wick movie, and
Get out of here. I mean, John Wick 3 is obviously good.
no,
but, like,
look, it's only 18 minutes.
link it.
And I'm leaning a little bit towards John Wick 3 being the best John Wick movie.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Halle Berry does the thing. Like,
Dude,
the
he
dog
has
stuff
the-
is great.
He has the knife fight scene in that movie, though,
Yeah.
where they're just throwing knives at each other. He
I think-
fights old
I think-
tall boy in that movie.
I think I know why I like John Wick 3 so much. It's because I saw John Wick 1 and 2 in normal theaters.
Ah.
And then John Wick 3 was the first time I saw a Dolby movie.
You know what? That might be the difference maker between why you like Evil Dead Rise more than Evil Dead 2013. Because Evil Dead 2013 hit in theaters, and it doesn't
Shit,
hit
let's go rent
quite-
out a theater, man.
We might have to. We might have to just buy a theater.
We need to just buy some office building and make a theater, like, in one room.
Yeah, like a full-fledged one. But yeah, I think this is one of those things just like John Wick where it's like any of the Evil Dead movies, if you said this one's my favorite, I'd be like, yeah, I can see it. That makes a lot of fucking sense. That movie's rad, you know?
Yeah.
They don't miss.
No, they
They're
really
all good
don't.
in their own way. Like,
Yeah. And they're all three, though, good movies. I don't even think any of them are rated poorly by anybody.
I don't know, honestly.
I'm looking
And
it up right now.
Evil
but-
Dead's newer, right? Because it can't be counted as like one of the classics like Halloween
No,
or
Evil Dead
Freddy.
came out
the
in
original Evil
78,
Dead are
bro.
old, yeah.
Oh shit! So I can count this as one of my originals.
Yeah,
horror
I'm sorry.
icons.
The Evil Dead, which was the first one, came out in 81. and it has an 85% from critics, 84% from audience. Evil Dead 2 came out in 87 with an 88% from critics and 89% from audience. Army of Darkness came out in 92 with 69% from critics, 87% from audience. Evil Dead 2013 came out in 2013 with a 63% from critics and a 64% from audience. And then Ash vs. the Evil Dead aired between 2015 and 2018, has a 99% from critics and a 95% from audience. And Evil Dead Rise, it's one critic, one verified critic. And then Evil Dead Rise has an 84% from critics and an 81% from audience. So this is the third highest rated out of the entire series from critics.
But this stuff averages to like an 80, like overall. Like
the whole series is like an 80,
which makes sense. Like I can I think 2013's does get hit the way it gets hit because there isn't that hint of like comedy. Yeah,
there's no levity to that movie. It is fucking brutal the whole time, and that's it.
I mean, you know me, man. I liked that it was a horror movie, but I liked that it was funny. I was like, yes, I don't have to shit my pants the whole movie. I can be cool.
Mean, but I think this movie is scarier than 13. I think 13 is just more like shock. It's like, whoa, what the fuck? That just happened right now? This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing, Evil Dead?
I really like the third act of 2013, though. Like, it's just gruesome.
Oh, yeah, the third act is pretty fucked. You see some people get hacked up in that movie.
Oh, man.
Whereas some of the more fucked up parts of this movie happen off screen. Like, we didn't see the little boy get his arms ripped off, but I kind of wish we would have seen that little boy's arms get ripped off, you know?
I was trying to just be a fan of just, like, hallway scenes. Like, hallway scenes kind of like crazy.
I kind of like watching...
bangers.
I kind of like watching kids die in horror movies. I'm just a fan of watching children die.
It'd be like that.
I guess.
Anything to feel alive, you know? I'm always chasing that dragon.
Can't feel alive if children are dying.
Yeah. Is it even really a horror movie if a kid doesn't die?
No.
Probably not. I'd argue it's not. All right. Anything else we want to say before we move to questions?
Yo, that shit was wild. The ending with the elevator with blood, I was like, holy fuck.
I'm so glad you brought that up because, of course...
The Shining was cool, but this is way cooler.
So, of course, it's a throwback to The Shining where the elevator opens and a river of blood comes out. Except this one is brutal and it's fast and it's hard. And so, of course, when you see the elevator doors, your brain instantly goes to The Shining. So this dude who is sitting directly in front of me and Alex, you hear the ding and then he goes, boom. And then 30 seconds later, the doors open and all the blood comes out. And he was so fucking off timing-wise. And we both looked at each other and we choked back laughter. Because we were like, this dude is such a fucking lame ass. And after the movie, Alex goes... I didn't want to believe that it was somebody in the theater so bad that I made myself believe that I said it in my head. That's what she said. She was like, I couldn't handle this dude being so weird that I made myself believe that I said it. And I was like, no, because
that's one way to go about it,
dude. But he
suppressed that shit.
She insta PTSD'd that shit. But the dude was it was like, oh man, there's no way he meant to say it out loud. That's how like cringy
he
it
sneezed,
was.
and that's what his sneeze sounded like.
Yeah, it was boom, boom. Yeah, it was.
I feel like with the elevator stuff though, where I'm like that's just like when you have movies like this where you have like evil spirits, demons, stuff like that, where their powers is just like you could slam the elevator up and down the first time. Why would you just like not open the elevator and then go get her? Like,
well, because the demon's not in the elevator anymore. The demon's in her.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't the demon like on top of the elevator though?
Yeah, but I don't think it has psychic abilities. I think it just like is
because I feel like it should be more powerful in a body than outside of a body.
I'm sure it grows in strength, but like again, I don't think in the body it has telekinetic ability, which is why I couldn't like control it. you know? Because otherwise we would have been seeing some Star Wars Force shit happening.
Yes.
And it would have been
Yeah.
Force choking motherfuckers, you know? The movie would have been over if it had telekinetic abilities in body. But like
It would have killed everyone.
we kind of see it. It can lift itself and float, but I don't think in the body because it's all fresh, right? It's just freshly turned it into a deadite.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't have that ability quite yet.
Dude,
And it
I'm
needs to,
hopping out the body. I'm straight up stopping the elevator, opening the door. I'm hopping
No,
in
man.
the
Once you're in a vessel, dude, it just
Yeah.
doesn't work like that.
You might just be hard stuck in the vessel.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
And at that point, she couldn't crawl through the hole because she was like in this amalgamation of people.
hey, that was crazy looking though. That was some
good.
Cronenberg stuff.
Oh, and it was so good how they left it out of the sunlight. They didn't show us too much of it. They didn't put a big
yeah.
fucking spotlight on it. None of
Yep.
that shit. It was so perfectly obscured.
I was like, no, they're gonna show too much. No, they're gonna pull a Babadook, but they didn't. They didn't.
When
I was like, oh.
he's like, I just need your head. I was like, yeah, you know, the head will pop right on that. thing.
Yeah.
That scene was brutal too, man. And then when it started raining blood,
I'm gonna tell you right now, no spoilers. 2013 does it better.
Yeah, it does.
2013, bro, is a fucking
shit, I'm ready.
banger.
And I'm gonna let you know, that's Evil Dead, baby.
Yeah, that is some Evil Dead ass shit though. A cool
Yeah.
one-liner into a chainsaw. Evil Dead
That
A.
shit got me
fuck.
hot, dude.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, let's go into questions. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little tired. It's a little late for us.
I'm yawning.
Yeah.
All right, what is our favorite part of Evil Dead Rise? James, go first.
Hallway stuff. I just thought it was cool. I like the little peephole sequences. I think it's one of those things that they try to do a lot in movies, but overall I thought it was executed very well.
Eric?
Dude, I loved Alyssa Sutherland. She's
Don't
the
we
best,
all?
man.
Who is that? I don't know who is that.
The mom.
The mom.
Ellie.
Okay, she's great. She's
She a baddie.
fantastic. Yeah, she's great.
In the baddie.
Not even off that, dude. I thought she was great.
But also,
My favorite part has to be this Reddit comment from that guy 882. I saw a bitch bite out a dude's eye and spit it right into another guy's mouth before yeeting a small child. That is what true cinema looks like. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
I mean, you don't see that every day.
You really don't even see it much once a decade.
No.
That is some special levels of fucked up in a movie.
That's some generational
Yeah.
scenage.
Yeah. What was our least favorite part?
I didn't need the cabin.
Eric?
I don't think I have a least favorite part.
I also don't have a least favorite part. If I'm nitpicking, get that drone shit out of my fucking face. Get that shit out of my Evil Dead.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. If I'm nitpicking, yeah.
Yeah, fuck that drone sequence. Drones aren't fucking cool, you losers. Give up. Give
Yeah.
up.
It had
fucking
some
hope.
blades, though.
It did. He said it'll turn your shit into Swiss fucking cheese, and then she went.
Yeah.
Oh no! You know what my favorite part was when the daughter cheese grated the ant's fucking leg. Ooh,
That was very good.
Dude, I fucking winced so
Just some
hard.
cringe there. Your body just.
that's that good shit. Though.
I was like,
I saw
Yeah.
it and I thought she was gonna hit the niece in the face with the cheese grater, and then when she
Yeah.
just threw it, I was like, "You're fucked, bitch. You
Yeah.
should have never done that. You should have never done it." Cinema score questions. Would we rent it? No.
nah.
Would we buy this movie physically?
No.
Absolutely.
I think I got to, man.
I have to. Yeah. Would you buy this movie digitally?
No.
Nah.
I would only if I'm looking for like a $5. Like I want the 5-pack, you know.
sure.
Would you buy it in the $5 bin at Best Buy, Walmart, FYE, or Vudu? Yes.
No.
Why not?
Wow, you don't even think this is $5 bin worthy? That's crazy.
I mean, I don't need like the random fifth installment. You know?
Yeah, that's true. But it's an anthology. Shit. Eric watched this for the first time, and he was like,
True,
"I
that's
get it."
true.
They
Yeah.
explained the whole
I mean,
book
you
in the
get
Dead.
it. So
Yeah.
You do it.
Yeah.
Would you put this on in the background while people are over?
Nah.
I
All
would.
if there's not kids around. Dude.
No, fuck it. Those kids need to see too. I feel like if
Bro,
there's-
someone brought a baby to this shit.
do a Dolby showing. What the
Dude,
fuck?
they didn't have a scissor, dude.
You know what? At this point, we probably should just make a babysitting service at the movies. Like, we should just make it right
as
next.
trademark. As
Yeah,
trademark.
that is
You
also
can use that.
copyrighted. We gotta just put it next to AMC theaters
Holy
and just be
fuck.
like, you could pay an hourly rate for us to watch your kids.
Dude, we just gotta. All we have to do is start working with AMC. We get one room in there,
Hold on.
and then
This ain't no Marcus Theaters, okay? This is AMC we're talking about. Those cheap fucks still got me sitting in seats from the 90s, okay?
you're right.
They're not
Marcus
gonna
will give
work
us a
with
whole wing, and
Yeah.
then AMC's gonna be like, yeah, the lot across the street, you can buy that.
And even then, we don't really want you guys
Then they're
there.
still gonna want to put 32 seats in
Yeah.
and put one theater in there.
Terrible.
Would you watch it again? Absolutely. I'm
the shit
gonna.
hits
I would.
HBO.
Oh,
watching it.
dude, it's an easy watch when it hits HBO. Are you kidding me? Oh, you mean Max?
It's a good
by the way.
Halloween watch.
Oh, good
yeah, you're
Halloween
right.
watch. And we all three recommended it. So
Mm-hmm.
that takes us to our ratings for Evil Dead Rise. Eric start. Oh no,
No, Alex.
Alex is starting us off, and she gave it 8
Oh.
cats in the vent out of 10. That's a good one. I like
Did you
that
ever
one.
see that cat?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we saw the cat. Cause she goes and she nibbles at it, and then the mom goes, and then she looks up at it, and then she like bursts into it or whatever.
She scurries off.
Yeah,
I must have missed that.
yeah. You were too busy going fuck.
Yeah.
All right, Eric, go for it.
I'm gonna give this 9 out of 10 scratched vinyls.
Eric, oh dude, he was scratching the fuck out of those vinyls. It was hot.
Bro,
It was
that
a
shit was dirty too. Rip that needle he has on that shit, man.
Oh yeah, it's gotta be fucked up. It's gotta be so fucked.
I mean, I guess it is some demon energy running through that shit, so it is already fucked.
I mean, yeah, it's super fucked now. Not
They ain't
that
never
he-
gonna be the same.
He's never gonna be able to scratch another fucking vinyl ever again. So I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
James.
I give it 8 unplanned pregnancies out of 10.
8. Hey, can you help me with this out of 10? Dude, I'm giving this fucking. Oh man,
Don't do it.
I got to. I'm giving this shit 10. Sam
I knew
Raimi. Sam Raimi doesn't fucking miss out of 10, dude. This is now the 4th 10 I've given this year, by the way.
Jesus.
I think it's the 4th. Hold on. Oh no, that's
I
technically
almost gave it a 10.
that was technically Violent Night was technically 2022, so I'm good. This
And
is
that was a banger, though.
rating
Yeah.
inflation is real. It is not fucking real. I think this movie is perfect. I've actually
I'm
only
gonna
given
be real. I've seen a lot of movies this year. I think this might be the best movie of 2023 so far for me.
dude Scream 6 goes so hard though, man. I don't know.
I think it edged it out for me.
Scream 6 is the only other movie that I've given a 10 this year so far, but we know that in 53 reviews, I'm giving The Whale a 10. So that's going to also change. But I mean, Eric has also given 2
Yeah, I've
movies a
given that.
10 this year. So,
Yeah, right.
hey, I'm not doing too bad. That's all I'm saying. Could be worse.
I don't think I've given any 10s.
I mean, I don't
Ever.
think you've ever given any 10s. Yeah.
I've given 10s in my history, but I don't give 'em my
No,
life.
you have given. All right, you've given
Hello.
you've given Logan a 10, deserved.
Yeah.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
and the Spider-Verse 10, deserved. Blue Bayou a 10, deserved. You gave Top Gun 2 a 10.3. So
Deserved.
much deserved. Yeah, that was some Oscar award
I literally
nominated
watched
shit.
that. I watched it yesterday again.
Does it hold up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch it tomorrow.
It's a
Fuck
banger.
it. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in on twitch.tv/SoonerLaterTV or youtube.com/@SoonerLaterTV for our review of Evil Dead Rise. Continue listening and watching and showing your support on all social medias. Just look up @SoonerLaterTV. If you couldn't catch us live on Sundays at 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time, don't worry. You can listen to us or watch us on YouTube or podcasting platforms on Wednesday at noon. So make sure you tune in next week for our review of a movie we haven't picked yet. We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.